Alrighty, so along with the solar weather that I talk about, I've been telling you for a couple of years that the power grid has some infrastructure weaknesses because of the deregulation in the 80s and turning it into for-profit industry. Uh, they have taken the money and ran and haven't updated systems. So they're having to do a lot of scheduled outages, which they picked the weekend the temperatures dropped up in the mountains here in Colorado to start doing that. Um, so it's cold, but at any rate, uh, I get a call the other day, and it's an auto call, but it was the utility company, so I answered it, and I thought, okay, we'll just see what this is. And the computer starts talking to me and says, "We would like our customers who have medical needs or have medical durable equipment that requires electricity for their care to have this special offer from us." And I'm like, oh, wow, maybe they're going to like do something for people who don't have a backup battery or, some sort of actual assistance. So, first of all, we have extra support to our Colorado residents with qualifying medical conditions. So, they get to decide if your medical condition is qualifying or not. So here's some more blah, blah, blah verbiage of the fabulous support that they are going to provide you. So, first of all, number one, help with your energy bills. They don't do that. That is social services. And that's truly who's funding that. And that's a whole separate thing. Number two, extra communications through additional phone calls and emails in the event of a planned safety power shutoff or unplanned outage. To participate, customers must successfully register in either the Medical Certification Program or Colorado Medical Exemption Program. So, people who are disabled or medically uh, impaired to the degree that they need electrical equipment, other than a CPAP machine, I think, maybe that makes people have more energy and whatnot a lot of times. But it is hard for them to do processes like paperwork and then having to take it to a doctor's office to get someone to sign it because there's barely enough doctors to go around as it is, and they don't give a shit about your paperwork. So there's four more screenshots of BS requirements, and they talk about, doing you the solid of not shutting you off if you're in arrears, but it's the same amount of time that regular people get anyway. So then the medical certification program form is a 3-page, teeny tiny print form that you have to fill out and then make an appointment and go to your doctor's office, or you have to drop off the paperwork and leave it, and then they'll let you know when it's signed so you can go back again and pick it up. This could be really difficult for someone who needs an oxygen tank and whatnot to get around already to be doing these extra errands to fill out this form. So there's the first page, there's the second and third pages. And mind you, it could still be a not qualifying medical condition according to their requirement. So, what sort of courtesy, what sort of special medical assistance do you get from the oh so generous utility company? You can't call it a public utility anymore because it no longer is, by the way. Uh, they will let people who need electricity for medical devices know 48 hours in advance of a planned shutoff or sooner in a non planned shutoff than the other people because that is somehow going to make them better able to have electricity when they need it. This is abysmal. This is the best you can do, Xcel. You can't send people a $20 effing power bank that they could maybe use to run their equipment, whatever it is they need to stay alive, no big deal. So everyone out there who thinks that, people with disabilities or with illness or whatever get some kind of free ride and get all this help, they don't. They absolutely don't. And every time they need anything, they have to go through this bullshit form filling out and doctor bingo as to how long it's going to take them to get a physician to sign this form. Not because the physician wouldn't want to sign it, it just doesn't get through the channels to them unless you get an appointment. And guess what? The medical system can't handle right now appointments to get a doctor to sign a paper. So they won't even make an appointment for you if you don't have, a checkup coming up or a legitimate medical need. If you try to make an appointment to get paperwork signed, they're going to be like, I don't know about that.